assessor, nothing there. To the position, do a budget reduction for this year to remove that funding from there, and then he has removed that position out of his deputy salary.
So do you want me to, since he's removing the position and it's currently vacant, to amend this year's salary list to get rid of that position?
Yeah, I take care of it now.
Yep.
They are 49.28.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will babble the fund numbers. How's that? And I'll slow down. I remember from last year.
No, you're fine. So
We didn't change his budget.
Nope, we're leaving it as he submitted it,
Okay.
but she's going to do a budget reduction for 2026.
okay, I'm gonna ask a dumb question. I missed why we're not just gonna change it now.
Well, he already reduced it out of 2027's budget, but it's still currently in 2026's budget. So we're going to do a budget reduction and then also amend the salary ordinance for this year.
For the current year.
Mhm.
Okay, my bad.
The office supplies, are we leaving that, reducing that? I think some of his were increased just because of the possible increase of costs, was what was discussed, right?
And he is within your levy freeze too of anything that you reduce under that budget helps you with your overage.
Correct. So
So you're on county general?
we are on the 4928.
4928 still? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We already did it.
So
Oh, I see.
thoughts,
Okay.
everybody?
I'm not sure we really discussed it with them, but looks like he's not really using it so far this year or last year, so
I'd say 6,000 would be plenty.
5,000.
I mean, you're just a
So-
little over halfway through the year and he's used 3,500.
Currently, he has spent out $2,200.
On real estate, sorry.
On office supplies?
On office supplies, he spent $2,200. Five? We put it at 5? All right. The dues was the other one I had marked.
Hasn't been using any.
That's, he has spent 518 out of it for this year.
How is that? Because the budget for last year was 1,021. It says he has $1,200 left.
So he encumbered $697 from last year into it. He's paid a $380 claim out for, I'm assuming it's his conference. And then another $138 claim for subscriber renewals. Because is it his that dues are, their dues are so much percentage of the elected official's salary, correct?
Yeah. And he used to have dues in his assessor and reassessment, and you took the dues out of his assessor from last year, which is $380.
So take it down to the 600. I mean, he's almost spent that now.
675. I don't know why I wrote 675.
He's almost spent, he's spent 518 now. I'm assuming that the 380 was his dues.
Yeah, that was his assessor dues.
Right. So he's paid the years for that, so unless he has something else. take it to 600? Thoughts?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, he says he's got 1,200 in the balance, so if you take it down 6.
Okay. $1131, he's reduced, like that. 1131-105. I have a question mark by reduce on his repairs and maintenance.
Yeah, I put 0.
So, cut it?
I don't know if anybody else has an input.
This is sport IT, that's some of that.
I think it was just in case, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which 1131, it has specific reasons why it can be used, so if he did need it, he could always come and ask for an additional.
Right. It's just, if,
Yeah, I mean,
if he needs it, come back and get it.
I guess.
Okay. Cut.
1131, after reassessment. After they removed it.
I'll read it. Are we good?
Those ones will pass.
We'll talk, we'll get caught up. County General Planning Commission.
This one was all messed up.
This one, and I think I think things are still not all 100%.
What she submitted to you yesterday, the budgets were incorrect.
Correct.
Figures and stuff, but what's, the printout in front of you is right.
Well, I
The
lost
planning
it.
commission.
So go these way?
I don't know. I lost it all.
Well, she had all the salaries, they were all wrong.
Right?
Throw these
Yeah,
away.
that was all wrong. But then she did remove the 3360 to 0 and the 30471, so you could move that to the building as well.
Did you give us new
I don't think you
copies of
gave us
that?
new planning
I
ones.
did not give you, this is my notes from yesterday that she
Okay.
did and she
I
sent.
heard her say that too. I was looking for.
I know. I was like, I organized my binder.
Lisa brought new ones.
Okay, I thought she brought new ones from what Lisa
Yeah,
brought.
Lisa
Okay.
brought in one.
So, Planning Commission, 1,000, leave that the same. Everything's status quo on that one, right, at the moment, because it's salaries.
The plan commission was salaries, but then the miscellaneous services and per diem were taken down to 0.
Correct.
Yes.
Because we're moving those to the building.
Correct.
1180.
Okay, those are still good, they're out. Okay. I remember, if I go too fast, I get yelled at by Jen. Then the 1180, we added in the the 10112 part-time is in there at 19,000, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she also adjusted the benefits because she did part-time help back.
Correct.
The Social Security 10121 is 4,000. 10128 Medicare is 1,200.
Hold on.
And then I moved the 20201 office supplies at 3,000. You removed it. I moved it to this one.
She added the 3,000, the 20201.
And then the 20203 fuel went down to 8,000. 30315 equipment rental went down to 6,000.
Yep.
Well, she had $34,000 in there, and it went down to 6,000.
Okay.
And then utilities should have been telephone, it's 30302, so I changed that account.
So utilities is now telephone.
They pay telephones out of that.
Telephone 30302.
And then the miscellaneous services from 10,000 to 60,000.
Correct.
60, 60, 00.
Yes. And then 30471 per diem, add 2,000 for that account.
30471 per diem. And you said 2,000?
Yes.
That was that other one you were talking about.
2,000.
Mhm. The demolition, they left alone.
Yeah. Okay, good on that one?
No, we're not good on that one, because now we have more in there than what we advertised. Oh, we
We
haven't
haven't
advertised
advertised
yet, okay.
We're good.
All right.
Okay, plat office. We added the 10112 back in.
Where are we at?
1181
Okay.
of 18,850. And then we,
That was part-time?
yes,
1181, we added 18,000.
So do we add it to like
Yeah.
it has to be.
Okay, I didn't write this one down.
Yes, it
And
has
also
to.
benefits. She had benefits.
Yeah, added benefits.
And you took the office supplies down to 3,000 from 5,000.
Correct. Plus benefits. Okay. So that'll have to be calculated.
The benefits, 10121 FICA is 1,169, and Medicare 10128 is 274.
Thank you. Okay, good there? Jay, we need some Mountain Dew.
You good?
Okay, start off on quick. Surveyor out of county general. We took the 40401 down to 1,000,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
The only change I had.
Let me get there.
I'm waiting. See, I told you I get in trouble. What?
What was the $50,000 increase again for miscellaneous services and charges on the 1180?
That was, because we moved that
Down
down
to
here.
1,000, that's all you changed?
We
Yes.
took that out of there. Move to planning, why did we move that? What was it, 2,000?
Are you back on?
She went back to the planning,
I asked,
50,000.
I asked for a reminder of why the miscellaneous services and charges went from 10,000 to 60,000.
Because she had 50,000 in her plan commission for UDOs, and it should have been out of the building department, not
Right.
the plan commission.
Okay.
Because there's more funds in
Funds
there.
in there.
That
Well, I didn't have a
700,000.
note on it,
Right.
so I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Now where are we?
Surveyor.
Very good. Surveyor, 40401, $1,000. 1202, surveyor corner perpetuation. We took the 20201 office supplies down to 500.
I don't have any changes on it.
Yeah.
I'd put 500.
I missed that one. What was that again? Taking it under what?
20201 down to 500.
Yeah.
We'll left that one alone. I don't have anything else there.
I'm gonna keep the rest.
Okay, good with that one. Next, extension office. She did do some cuts here.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
11.
You're good.
Extension office.
20201, we took that down to down by 1,000. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then postage, we took that down to 2,000.
Yep.
I think
Tell-
that's what she had recommended, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Telephone down to 2,000.
That's what I got.
Dues
450.
down to 450.
That's not what I got.
No?
That's what I had.
I had 50,
Reduce it to two, or reduce it by 200.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest left alone.
That per diem conference down to 1,300.
You had per diem conference down to 13.
I thought she dropped 200 off that one. Maybe not.
No, I didn't have that.
I didn't either.
Okay.
Did you have that, Jay? Christine, did you?
Which I would be afraid to do that since they were 7,500 last year.
And then dropped it to 15.
Dropped it to
Yeah.
15. I don't know if they are taking that somewhere else or how that's working.
I think that's one of the big drops because of the new contract with Purdue.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes, I remember that conversation. Okay? You good there?
Yep.
Thanks. Soil and water, no changes? No. All right, we're time for a break again.
Yeah.
Sheriff's office.
That one I updated. They have two new ones in front.
Oh, we do. I put it in
I
here.
don't have them in front of me.
Need to
So you
separate it.
played with the numbers and you put them where
I emailed, but you don't have them.
they need to be. So,
But that's leaving everything as he submitted, and I just split it between county general and the lit. So if you're wanting to do reductions, then you need to still do that.
okay,
Here's the originals.
yeah.
So I did not quite follow. I asked him about the tires.
I don't-
I know it's not a big thing, but also then they added 50,000 on the repairs and maintenance for the vehicles. And like, I thought we just turned like a third of the vehicles over. So
I don't know how we're saving money on this lease if we're still increasing our budget for maintenance and everything.
I think they still have to do brakes, tires, and that's the same thing, but the major things like engine, transmission and stuff, Enterprise takes care of.
Which, they've had a lot of that stuff
Yeah.
going out, which is outrageously expensive to fix. I think that was part of the reason to
but
switch to that.
still your
But-
repairs and maintenance in 2025 was $79,000. And now we're looking at 150,000 if we want for it. And that should have included your transmissions and engines.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they were working with some of the local ones to get deals, better deals on the brakes and this, that, and the other for
Mhm.
a couple of the places to make things cheaper. So,
I mean, I understand that there are things on a vehicle that are consumables that you're still gonna repair before or replace before the lease is up.
Mm-hmm.
But part of the selling point on all this was we're gonna lower our repair bills. We're gonna avoid these big things. But obviously the consumable parts of the car are still gonna have to be replaced.
Yeah.
But these numbers should get better.
so do you want to leave it as
There's 7
is?
people up here, I'm just still
No,
talking.
I'm in complete
Maybe I'm not
agreement.
following correctly.
That's why I was struggling with tracking the benefit, because like what the examples that were provided was the water pumps and the X, Y, and Z that had cost them so much in the past, but those aren't things, those should be covered under enterprise. And then like even like the oil and stuff like that, that's under its own category, and that also went up $20,000. So just for the fuel, oil, lube, and then the maintenance and repairs, we're looking at $350,000. For fuel, oil, lube is sitting at 200, and then the repairs, maintenance, support, 150. It's just a lot.
Which I don't have as much of an issue with the fuel, oil, and lube based on
Well, no, but I'm
fuel
just-
price and
Yeah.
stuff did this year.
Still
but,
gonna use the same amount of that stuff, I think. So,
But-
well, you might get a little better.
Okay.
I just-
Price going up.
I just think the repairs and maintenance is too high.
If it was left the same and they went over, they can come back and ask for more, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to leave it at the 100,000?
How much of the fleet got turned into new vehicles? 14?
So it's in
Half of them.
phases.
Right.
Half
So
of
it's,
them.
so there's like 3 or 4, I think, in the first phase. There's more in the first phase, and then it slowly, I think, goes down every year after that. So if there's 4 or 5 this year, then it's 4, then 3, then until they get them all phased in.
I think it's more aggressive than that.
It might be. I just know it's in phases.
You know, I
I
just
think
didn't
it was
remember
going
what
to potentially
percentage.
average like 6 a year. But I thought it was like 11 and 14 like in the first 2 years. It was a lot.
There was a lot. I don't remember.
Because he said it'll be all of them minus about 25%, about a quarter of them won't be turned in, isn't that what he said? 75% of their fleet.
Alright, so we decided leave that? Is that what you put on the repairs and maintenance?
No, I think we said cut it,
Well, I'm sorry, leave it with last year.
leave it with last year, yeah.
So we're changing it to 100,000?
Yes.
Another-
County general.
Yes.
What are we changing?
30303 is gonna go down to 100,000 from 150.
What else you guys got?
I know, I had a note on equipment, because we had discussed that.
That was like you said, the body cams,
Taser.
tasers and everything was.
Because they said it was for, when they get new staff, and then we asked if they get new ones. Because my understanding is they recycle their tasers and body cams when staff leave. So I don't think we ever got a clear answer about why they need the increase of 40,000.
I think they're wanting to update those tasers and stuff.
We added staff last year and they recycled old ones, I think. Am I remembering right?
Yeah.
I think you're correct.
And so now they need to be
So,
updated.
So they need an extra $40,000 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I had tasers and body cams for equipment.
radios, purchase new, replace old ones. Just some of the notes I had.
I think that was,
Was that part of the 4041?
I was thinking that was under the vehicle thing, because they said when they get new vehicles, they have to install the radios and stuff.
Were they checking out new insurance as well? Were they going to lower their deductibles?
As of right
Yeah.
now, I don't know.
That's the commissioners.
Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully.
I don't think they're on their own. I think it's whatever the commissioners do.
Yeah. it is.
Yeah.
So out of their 401 equipment, they have spent 88,000 out of it so far this year.
I would think $1,000 deductible was awfully low. But they had before.
Can you repeat that?
$1,000 deductible seems pretty low.
I think I could see the benefit when they were talking about the amount of deputies that have hit deer, the Carver's deer, and that.
But normally if you take a higher deductible, you get a better rate. So there's a trade-off to it.
Well, I think that's why they ended up with that, because they said we'll save money, so they gave them the higher deductible or whatever. So I think it's a wash, but I mean, there was quite a few car deers this year. So I think that's just what hurt them, was that 2,500 hit over and over and over of every car deer.
So, are we reducing anything?
You said they're at 88 for this year.
Yes. Leave it as is? Okay. And remember they, well, no, hang on, we're not there yet. They upped their retirement payout time off.
Where are you at right now?
The lit side of the sheriff, the 1170. Christina's put it all out. That was there, that moves here.
about retiring? Is that the way
I
understood
believe
that?
this is for another one person that says they're gonna retire and hasn't retired yet,
Yeah.
so, yeah. Anything else? I miss it.
I didn't have any notes on this one.
Okay.
So process server salaries? No, never mind. Overtime pay was 200,000 a month, process servers.
Yeah. Jail?
And I did not put the 4 positions in there. Yesterday was the first we heard about having 4 positions.
So with the 4 positions, what is the recommendation of the board for them to go before the salary committee, like everything else is required to do?
That's what it's for, right?
That is exactly what it's for. I mean,
Also recommendations for how to fund it.
yep.
Because with benefits, we're looking at what,
Where-
400,000?
Possibly funding it.
I think they,
I'm sorry, what?
Jay's asking, where are we looking at possibly funding 4 positions? We're over, right?
I mean,
Mhm.
do 2 fund and then you're looking for more money for the other 2, or we're like break
Right now,
even
you're
right now?
looking at, county general, we're trying to make cuts. So then if you're looking at lit, in jail lit, you're okay, but your budget is already more than what you're bringing in a year. And then
It's less, 100,000 less. Budget's 2.257.
2,257,000,
New money, 2,000,003.
2,000,003, so you're getting close right there.
So
And you
you
want
could
to
add
add
one,
another 200,000
probably
plus
about
benefits is 400,000. So then, now you're spending more than you're bringing in. And you gave him, did you give him 2 new jailers last year? Or
Yes.
this year? This year.
yeah, 'cause I think we agreed on that, and then he had asked for, what, 1 or 2 additional cooks as well.
He
And
asked
that
for another
was,
cook this year and jailers. You
Mhm.
guys gave him 2 jailers and not additional cook. But you could look at funding the positions, it's just on the list,
Sustain.
you're gonna be flipped, and then in a couple of years, when we.
It'd be hard to
get
sustain
more,
it.
Then it's all gonna go into county general.
Well, I still think that they should go before the salary committee.
follow the process.
Follow the process, like everything else that needs to be done.
And we can crunch these numbers, that gives us more time, and then they can also present it like the other people, show us the numbers, why do you need it, what's the cause,
Mhm.
4 versus 2.
And,
That'd be 6 new jailers in 2 years.
I understand the safety issue on the stuff that's going on. I get all of that, absolutely. I know there's been other discussion of, thinking outside the box and trying to use what are they allowed to use, who they're allowed to use and who they're not. So that's some more research that we need to find out on our side also from them.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the shift commander and the lieutenants and sergeants do versus the jail officers. I mean, if they're there and available, I don't know why they can't fill some of that void. I mean, if they're just shuffling papers around, to me, that's kind of silly. If the need is actually in the cell part rather than,
Like a breakdown of the
Yes,
rank
yes,
and their
yes.
work.
So like, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure the jail commander, that's JT, right? So I know when I've been there to visit, to tour it multiple times and just been in there to stop in for other things, when JT's there,
They'll put you in
he's,
one.
right, well, they did. JT is back there on site, helping move and shuffle and do things around, along with trying to do all this paperwork and
He
the
does a lot.
maintenance. Yeah, he really does do a lot.
What about shift commander?
Now, those I won't speak on behalf of, because I don't know who they are, I don't know
Yeah,
exactly.
there's a jail commander and he has an assistant jail commander.
Correct.
She was asking, I'm not sure, how full is the jail? Do we get the DOC prisoners like we used to? Because we used to make a lot of money when we had the DOC prisoners.
So,
Paper,
yeah, we have information.
I think the
I think-
average is 103.
Yeah, it said that they consider, overcapacity at like 75%, and they were at overcapacity like 146 days last year, I think is what the paperwork said that he gave us.
Oh, here, it's right there.
So, but I believe the DOC, I think they house them when they have local court, just until their court
So I
hearing.
did think we don't house them like we used to.
No, because that's what
No,
they've
we
been
do
sending,
not.
yeah.
The days over capacity was 0. Average daily population is 103, so max is 129. So our minimum on a regular basis is 87. I know I've sat on their app and I've counted before, and yeah, it was right around $100 people that were right in there when I counted.
But it's not necessarily the number of people in there. He was talking about it's more the mental people that they've got to
Yes.
deal with because.
That's causing a lot more of the problems, yes. That's causing the staff to get hurt and this, that, and the other, it's the mental
Well,
side of
It's
it.
more of a one-on-one
Yes.
instead of a 1 to
20.
whatever that number was
Yeah.
that they were.
Because I know that one tour that I was in there was somebody in there in the padded room or whatever that had medical problems on top of being in there, that, yeah, anyway. I don't know if that answered Jackie's question. Did you even listen to me?
Yes. I guess, maybe that's the discussion. Additional revenue for additional people. But if he's over capacity, that's not a discussion.
So their bed capacity is 132 with adding beds after original construction.
Which is kind of their typical now.
Yeah. So their average daily population is 103. They have 132 beds. They get written up every year because they converted their inside playroom to a living facility. So they now no longer have they haven't had that for years. So that, like I said, they get written up for that every year. Yeah, it's just a lot.
Yeah, 160 days overcrowded.
We're looking at numbers, 2 may be fundable, but not 4. Maybe for it to be sustainable.
I mean, you could fund it, but not long-term.
Not long term.
Where, because of that 2,000,003, they're gonna get in, 2,354,000. And of the current budget, there's gonna be 3 to 5% left. So there's gonna be some revenue left over, which can count for the money. So if you added, and I don't know what the total benefit package would be, but I would guess it's probably around 110 to 125,000 per person by the time you pay their salary and their benefits.
We have that pension.
But they don't get
Well,
pension.
No, they
per-
don't.
Per.
I think 2 is long-term fundable,
But not 4.
but I think 4 would be, you'd be.
We're hurting ourselves.
You'd be eating away at the cash balance that's in there. Should something go wrong at the jail.
Which he already told you, they're starting to have more and more maintenance issues.
They are.
And that's where we're getting the money from,
It's that cash operating balance that they have. I mean, they have a nice cash operating balance, but when something goes wrong at the jail, it's expensive.
well, just the water meter alone was there over 200,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we just spent 200,000 on something else, but a year and a half ago.
What was it?
The water.
The toilets?
Well, the plumbing,
Or
yeah.
The water, yeah. I think it was
I mean, it's
like-
older buildings, so it's gonna start
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
issues.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have some thoughts on that then.
I'll get a hold of Becky and Jared, have them get this information to the salary committee, and then we'll crunch the numbers, and I can redo this, and then see where we fall on number wise.
Is there any accounts that we wanted to look at, not look at?
I just had question marks on the repair, maintenance, support, and building repairs, but I think we've talked about that, how it can go either way.
Right.
They can use from either one, because the building repairs was only 10,000. So that threw me off.
I have on my notes, move to 10170, the uniforms. Does that make sense?
Start making those.
That's for
Because
my mental, that's what was moving
They
around.
want to add back to pay.
That's right. See, it wasn't anything that changed, it's just why they did it. Okay. Anything else?
I didn't have anything else.
Okay. We will leave this one as is for the moment. Yeah, waiting for more.
Did we change anything in the jail work?
Oh, man.
It's good. Other than we added those two for advertising purposes.
Yes. Okay. No changes in the 1175. The animal shelter,
Oh, it's because I took it out when I took my other sheriff's department ones out.
Yeah, I thought we got all the,
Yeah, gosh, really? Now I gotta find it.
look, Brian's sitting here waiting, you're on it.
one time.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think we made any changes to the animal control, because the 31,000 we thought was just gonna be the vet.
What?
Talking about the,
31,000 for animal control? I guess my question is, we need to look at them and see what's funding and what's not funding. Because this one always has issues with.
Talking about animal shelter.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So we always deduct that. Miscellaneous services, because he's always going on.
Yeah. So what,
You want me to look at Form 4D, what's here?
yes, please.
Okay, I can do that.
That's going to determine what we have to change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. If they're not. On their building maintenance,
Yeah.
10,000 is budgeted, nothing's been spent. Are we not doing anything to budget to maintain that building? I don't want a Hendricks County scenario over here. That was a nightmare.
Kind of scary.
They were in a whole lot of hot water because there was no heat, there was no air in their buildings. It was a big mess. They are currently doing renovations to get things fixed. I don't want that over here. But even last year, there was nothing spent for building maintenance.
Who did the kennels? I wonder if they were donated, because they had all those, or fundraised, because they put all those outdoor kennels.
Yeah. Did we ever hear why he wasn't here? Okay.
I don't think he usually shows up.
No, he-
Right,
no.
he doesn't usually show up, it's usually
He,
he's part of the sheriff's.
he's been here before, a couple times. My question is, nothing's being spent, my fear is nothing's being done to keep it up. So, I would like some information on a report from the animal shelter.
It's fair.
Yeah, we've got money here, but nobody comes to talk to us, discuss us, or update us on anything. So I personally would like some
So-
information.
Here's the revenue that I have projected that comes into them, without counting what comes from the ed funds. So they get about 18,700 in donations, 18,700. They get about 3,775 in animal medical. They get 16,416 in adoption fees, and animal surrender fees is $160. And then they got one court case reimbursement, but that doesn't count. So their revenue, aside from what the commissioners give them, is about $39,058 projected for next year. Now that, remember, is a conservative estimate. I only use 95%.
So what is it that the commissioners give? Do you recall, Christina?
It's ranged, but it usually runs around, one year it was 50, 37.5, 62.5. So far this year, they've given 25. So I estimated 25 for the second half from the commissioners and 50 for next year from the commissioners. And that still does not fund them.
No, it's not even close.
No.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, it's 26,000. I guess that's not really close when it's only
What am I
$139,000
missing?
budget. Quarter of their budget's missing.
No, I'm, what am I missing?
The miscellaneous
50-something thousand?
services was reduced down to 33.9 this year, because you couldn't fund it. Most of the money comes from the commissioners, the council from the edit money, and then he also gets money from like the city, from like rescue treasures.
Mhm.
I counted that from the other donations. It goes in donations.
Well, obviously this is not going to fund as submitted.
I mean, his budget's 139,000. I estimate his new revenue at 90.
Leave it as the 2026 budget and have them come in here and explain some things to us and go from there. Anybody's thoughts?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The 1170 public safety courthouse share, lit. I don't think we had any changes, right?
No, it's really too new to really know.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
1159, health department.
So, in 1170, we're just doing the 2 million for the salaries. Are we doing anything with the courthouse security?
They didn't make changes.
That's,
That's an 1170.
right.
They didn't really add anything.
Do we need to do changes? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it just,
No,
for
I'm-
26, it
You're
shows
just
2
making
million,
sure
27,400.
I'm just,
Changes.
the courthouse security was not in here in 25. It's advertised here in 26. Is it over, back over in county general in 25?
It
No.
didn't exist. It
Mm-mm.
was, for the jail, it just became, well, actually, no, that's not true. It was existing in county general under the commissioners, the sheriff took it over this year. And now this year it's under 1170.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. I had not. I don't remember it being on that paper. It's not on that paper.
No, I didn't update it because it's separated, it's a totally different department.
Right, okay. Got it. Okay,
Are we good?
I'm good.
Okay, 11:59. Health Department,
She wasn't in. She always
is there, I didn't have any changes. Did anybody else have changes?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
They didn't really change the
Nope.
budget.
Submitted very peacefully.
No, they didn't change it.
4926. They have their increase in the miscellaneous services. But I know part of that was for
And that's
the
just a
building.
grant, they just appropriate it, and whatever's left of the grant, they put it in miscellaneous services.
Right. Okay. 1161.
Same difference.
Yes.
They got the same amount of money, they're gonna get the same amount of money this year, or in 27 they got this year.
Okay. Good. I'm trying to go slow so Jackie don't yell at me. She keeps up. This one was the new one that was printed too. We have new ones. Okay, 1151. There really was not hardly any changes with any of this.
You think the purchase of the vehicle was the,
Did you change
Yeah, that was the one big thing.
Yeah.
Christina redid these numbers and
Yeah.
split things out for us. The purchase of a new ambulance.
new ambulance?
Yeah. Those things are so expensive, and they take years to get here. Anything else? You're good, I'm asking them. Anything from you guys?
I didn't have any notes.
Jay?
I don't think so.
Her main increase was the ambulance.
Yes. Yep, no, otherwise everything left good.
And then it's just a matter of her request.
I was gonna say
to go
the-
back to you guys again about 25%. Holding back the capital outlay, she wants to reduce it to 15.
So is there a will of the board of changing the capital outlay or leaving it as is?
Say leave it alone.
My concerns about the sustainability.
Alrighty then.
Leave it at 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did we leave at 25?
It's the capital outlay, it's not the, you're not touching budget numbers at all. How would you, how would you let it outlay
Oh,
or
okay.
additional template?
Okay.
And then the 1236, it's good as is, correct?
I think so.
We good there? Yep. Jackie, let me know when you're ready. You're fine.
We didn't change 1151 or 1235, right? Or 1236.
1173. The MVH restricted, there was an increase, with rock. Maybe she moved the road preservation, reconstruction stuff around. Otherwise, everybody good with it?
We keeping the equipment rental just in case, because it says they haven't used it in the last 2 years.
I think they wanted to, in case something
Yeah.
Just in
breaks down.
case.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed, but I just had a note that they hadn't used it in the last 2 years.
If they need it, then if they've got more things that break down, then
And they
can
have as a
transfer that
backup.
over to repair, do those fixes. And it's the restricted, so they have certain things that they can.
Can do
use it
and
with.
can't.
We're good? Okay. 1176, what? That's the unrestricted, so the MVH.
Strike the bonds. Because the commissioners do that.
Correct. We took the bonds out. Is there any other, how is the highway department looking with their numbers? Do we need to do a hatchet job to anybody?
Well, the non-restricted is budgeted at 800,000, 700,000 more than new money. And the restricted is budgeted at, right, at about 50,000 less than new money.
Suggestions?
You can't, because it's restricted is,
Right.
unless you want to make cuts, but I thought you meant adjust it between the two.
No.
We should know if we need to make cuts. The existing, what she said, it's not going to be sustainable.
That's right.
We got in this problem a few years ago when, for some reason, they decided not to budget their money. And then they got this huge cash operating balance, and they came in and they budgeted it all. And then we had struggles for the next 2 or 3 years because they wanted that same amount of money and it wasn't there. But
Yes.
here's my, I guess I'm going to caution, there's talk out there now, and I don't know if it'll impact the counties or who might get the worst of it, but Congressman Senator Banks from Washington is wanting Indiana legislators to cut the gas tax. And we are one of the highest gas tax states in the nation, and so he has got a big push to try and get legislators to cut the gas tax down some. Will that impact us? Will we lose revenue? Will NDOT lose revenue? Because it's all in one big bucket, and then NDOT gets theirs, and then they get so much and we get so much. So if they reduce, then how will they allocate the reduction and a new split? Years ago, they used to take state police funding out of that money, and they don't do that anymore. But just caution that has now become conversation. I haven't heard any out of the State House yet, but they'll be working on them to see, and this is, you know, next year is budget year. So, just,
If you look at the spreadsheet, and if you look at what they're budgeting versus the revenue they bring in this year, that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
It's $745,000 more than what they bring in. And we're still to the plus, but by 292,000, so that means it's not gonna be sustainable in 28.
So we just start cutting everything out of it. That'll make some people upset.
in 25, when we adopted 426, this is interesting. You know, when we advertised, the non-restricted fund had an $800,000 cash operating balance in it. This would now go down to 300. The restricted had a 375,000 cash operating, and it's now up to 889. So it kind of depends where he's spending out of, whether he's working on restricted project. But if you have a bad winter, or we get into the floods, and our highways are out there, that overtime will just eat away, because that's all non-restricted money. And you can't pay them from anywhere else until that money is gone. You can't split the highway department between there and county general or any other fund.
So we'll leave it as is for right now and just keep an close eye on things.
I would think so.
Don't come in and ask for any additionals.
Yeah, I'd be telling them no additionals. I mean, or they're gonna have to be extremely careful. We've built in 100 for this year, for the rest of this year, and I don't know if they've spent any since the 1st of July, but we built.
Did they say why their vehicle equipment stuff is going up? Because they're leasing now too.
I did not know they were leasing.
And they went to leasing. They did that, what, over a year ago? This is the second year? They did it when we had the highway engineer.
They did, and it went south, and that's being fixed. That has since then been repaired. Oops. What are they spending out of that? See, mine's slow. I don't like slow. Did I screw the numbers up? No. They spent $521,000 out of it so far. 118 went to Caterpillar Finance. Is that for the new tractor?
Yeah,
That's
they bought
probably
some
for
new
their
equipment.
road grader leases or something.
Yeah, they did buy some new equipment. 200, huh? Do I?
Yeah,
Something
paper.
with the paper
Yeah.
too.
245,000 went to Tri-County Bank.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say leases.
95 went to First National Bank, so their yearly payments. Yeah, Yeah, 521, and they've only got budgeted.
425.
Yeah. So she'll be moving some money around.
Which line item was that again?
The, other, let's see, I did the 40410, the other vehicles and equipment.
Next, 40401 for equipment, the increase, she said she wants to buy a desktop, right?
Office equipment, yeah, they'll only need a
That's what I
desktop
thought
for
for
the.
their employees.
Yeah.
I couldn't read my writing.
I have scribbles too. You did good. Anything else? Ladies, the table? Yes.
I was asking Christina about the 30360, no, it's 30374.
Yeah.
If we're leasing our vehicles, they ought to be on a pretty good scale. I wouldn't think we would need as much in repair parts and service.
Well, but we're only leasing like the little trucks, not,
It's the main, like.
It's the
tractor-
chippers and the
tractor, this
pavers.
is the tractor, drives, foreman.
Well, I have in my note, that you said 30374.
I had for chipper and paver.
They were gonna do a paver upgrade or something.
Rebuild
Yeah.
after they're done.
Okay, they've
Yeah.
also been buying new equipment, that's okay. But it looks like they're not gonna be able to sustain purchases like that.
The other place that I see, and I know gas prices are volatile, but that's a place, and I know that all the county goes out there and gets it, and then they get reimbursed, but that's really the only other place that I see there's a feasible place to reduce this.
just to cut the fuel and they'll come back and ask for more money.
Or, I mean, that's, at least, that's, I'm just saying, those are the only two places that I see that there's enough of a, although de-icer doubled.
And they took it
That's
out of
because-
another one too.
Yeah, the de-icer went up because they're,
They ran out. Well,
It's
They
cheaper to
went
get
with-
it in the fall than to try to get some more in March.
well, and they went with a new company, I think, for some of that, yeah.
But they also spent 75,000 in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
well, didn't they add it to another budget too though? They increased on another one? I was thinking she said that they split it between two accounts.
Increase committed to more
Yes,
salt
they
this
did.
year.
It's
Yeah.
in local road and street also.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's another 100,000 in local road and street.
Yeah,
Yeah, and she has it on here that they've committed to
That
more
must
salt
be
this year.
salt.
It is
it
salt.
is salt,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's
All salt.
170,000.
Nice. I'm thinking a de-icer is what they spray on airplanes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, are we cutting anything or leaving it as is?
I think we just leave it alone.
Yeah, I don't
You
really.
could leave it alone and just let the commissioners know that this is what your forecast is financially, that you can sustain one more year of this, but after that,
You're gonna have
you know that
to.
their next question is where you're gonna find the money at.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's where they need to be leaning on their legislator to help get the fees changed up there. Okay.
Yes, because if hazardous waste could get changed, and that's
That-
a lot of new revenue that they could get.
Yes, that'll help a lot in a lot of different
Is
areas.
that us not getting the percentage that other places are?
Correct.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And we had a good meeting that day when we went there and met with them.
Yeah.
So I just hope things move forward on the legislation side. 11:35, Cume Bridge. The increase was the bridge inspection fees went up to $225. And then the equipment was 76,000, new wheel excavator, box culvert, arch pipes, so they're wanting to buy that so they can start replacing stuff
Instead of
in-house.
contracting.
Instead of contracting out, plus that will also take it off of the bridge inventory, which will reduce that also. So in essence, that's a win-win all the way around, so. Okay, moving on. No, did you say no? Jackie?
Oh, my ankle. I'm gonna match Christina when this is all done.
Okay, we're taking a little potty break.
Yes, I was gonna say, y'all can just.
I'm with her. Can I take one too?
Yes, ma'am.
My eyes are tearing up.
Okay. I have a phone call to make. If he won't answer. Why does he want me to call?
But this, I have to go see.
Yes, we're done with it. Sure. Feel better?
Evelyn said you guys made a comment about that extension. You guys like having that extension over there? The table?
Oh, this? Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's probably worse for Carrie, 'cause you got a pinch on that, didn't you?
We need to find a small table that we can do this with too, right?
Well, if you leave that shelf needs to go.
Yes, that way you
If-
don't crack your
if
head
it
on
stays-
it.
Or, yeah,
no,
your-
it's when you're walking past.
Yeah, your
It's
back
right
or your
side.
hip or, whatever.
It
I
just
think
needs
that
to move
table
over.
came just from the hallway on the 4th floor. So if it's not really getting utilized, then we can keep it there.
Well, is it?
I'll find
Is
out.
it normally like you slid down? We have an extra table actually.
Do what now?
Yeah, don't we just turn this?
Do you normally sit, like, is this normally pushed down more? Or there's normally just two tables and you're on the end?
I think it's the same.
It's normally just, these two tables here, and then they added this
Oh,
one.
okay. I thought everything slid down.
But
Yeah,
it does look like there's more room over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to find
You're good.
my other quarters. I want some M&Ms. I can't find my quarters. I can't carry cash anymore. My kids brought me. I had a 10 on the counter. My daughter took it. Give up. It's not worth digging. Put such a mess. All my stuff. These can be shredded, right? Do you want to see any of the committee stuff, salary committee?
I saw they were up 15 earlier, but just more sales. More sales. They're going up under activities. Yeah, girl, I tell you what, they got me, what, 1250 or so?
Maybe right now.
Are we good?
Let's go.
11:35, Q Bridge, did we do that one? We're ready for that one, right?
Yep.
We did the bridge inspection, yeah, because Jackie told me I had to stop. Are we good with this one as submitted? Okay. Moving on.
Which one, 11:35?
Yeah. 1169 LRS. Are we good with this one? So that little lady over there nods her head down. She had not heard it yet.
Mouse doesn't move really easily. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. 1134, covered bridge. That one shouldn't be. No. The 4951, wheel and tow tax.
Stephanie, what did you say?
No changes with covered bridge.
Got that.
And then 4951, no tax.
No changes with that one. Commissioners, I just got off the phone with him. He said to cut everything. That'll all change when stuff changes. I don't have any changes.
Commissioners, page 16. Yeah, all of, whenever you guys decide salaries, then I'll automatically go in there and change all the benefits.
Correct.
The administration salary, put that out.
The administration is oh,
Yes.
are we taking that out?
I thought that was
That
the
was the notes I
commissioners.
made.
Yeah.
I had it out, and then I had it, my last notes was to leave it in for further discussion between the two boards.
The last I heard was it was out. Yeah.
I'm good, you guys can easily take it out, if you have a discussion later and you wanna put it back in, you can, I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Either way.
And right now, it helps balance,
Yeah?
take it out.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Administration
Yeah.
and commissioners.
Yep. Take it
Yep.
out.
Straight.
Zero.
They were on board anyway.
No.
Or
Nope.
administrative salary?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Take that out.
You didn't seem all fired up about it.
No. No.
Anything else there? Okay, we're done balance for the day.
The
Yeah?
maintenance supervisor position, that they haven't filled.
Oh, yes, that one.
Leave that one in.
I mean, we could always have them advertise again, for that maintenance?
They never advertise the first time, never look for a maintenance person.
No.
Which is another reason that the administrative person could already have done that for them. Anyway.
Well, I think what you're gonna have to do is eventually, when the annex is open, have a facilities person that is trained in all that stuff.
That's-
They take care of the three
Yes.
buildings. Because, I mean, there's no way you can get somebody for $60,000 that has all the training,
No.
take care of HVAC and everything else that goes with. So I said, I think it's just gonna be one person that does all three.
Yes, a buildings maintenance
Yes.
facility person. Yes. So take it out or just retitle it as a building facility person? What's your thoughts?
I think I'd take it out till they're ready to pursue it.
Okay. Take it out.
No, we're still in the commissioner's budget. Maintenance person, they're taking it out. It's been in there for 2 years and they haven't filled it.
So until we're ready to pursue it, we can do an additional and add it at that time if need be, or, but remove it for right now.
Yeah, because even if we move it to the annex at the end of next year, it would only be a couple months.
Right, and there better not be nothing that needs to happen with that.
No, but even just regular upkeep,
Yeah, as you said, you're gonna have to have.
you're gonna have to have, so we don't end
We'll
up.
need it here first.
Well, I mean, I think you're gonna have to have a person that's somewhere in close to 100,000.
Oh,
to be
yeah,
able to cover all
to
the-
do both buildings.
Yes.
Yep.
Which building you talk, this one?
This
one,
and
the
the
jail
annex.
and the annex.
Well, the
What about
jail,
that part?
Do what? Oh, yeah, health department too, yeah.
the jail would,
Just do them all.
would basically probably just stay there with
Tony
their,
Barney.
yeah, with Tony.
What about if you're going in this vein, what about the 80,000 that's been in the budget for 2 years for a contractual IT person that they've never done?
I'm working on that one. I'm trying to get that one done. You can remove it, and then if I get it done, then we can add it back
Listen,
in.
you guys, you have the power. I'm just saying, while we're looking at positions that haven't been filled in 2 years, that's another one.
So, was the goal of the IT person is to eliminate all the people adding IT stuff to their budget?
Yes.
Yes, so it would delete them out of the
Yes.
others and combine them, with the exception of a couple, because, well,
License
Really,
agreements.
really,
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, the 80,000 is not really 80,000, because then you could go in, like in my budget, I've got money in my repairs and maintenance, and I'm paying an IT person to come in and do things. Well, I wouldn't need that in my 30303 if you had a contractual IT person.
correct. So that would change all of that over to another area. But until.
You need it, but
We
it's
do need
been
it.
in there for 2 years and it hasn't been utilized.
Do you want me to repeat my other statement that I made?
Sure.
If we had the administration person, that could already been done.
You need to get on the commissioners about that.
Yeah, nobody listens to me.
Get in your recliner.
Doesn't matter.
I think it's also a wash too, though. It's a matter of, are we gonna have everybody having little things in all of their budgets, or just have one person get paid?
No, I think it's a contractual, at least to start with, I think it would be a contractual IT person, and all of the miscellaneous little IT pockets, except for a couple, however it needs to be done, would all go into one.
You would reduce
Well-
part of our budgets.
Correct.
Well, that's what I'm saying, it's taking it from all of them and just put it, it's weighing
It
out
is,
to be about the
it is.
same.
I would think you would be able to get a student from
Huh.
college that's graduated to come in, and I'm thinking more on the line of an IT department with a director to it. that
And
could-
that's the goal, is
to
in the
keep up
end.
to keep up your webpage, to keep up your computers, they take care of the capital assets of computers and make sure they're rotating at the right time. They work with the LAOs and the Exofs and the different ones for those vendor contracts. And
That is the end goal.
In today's society, there are so many young people who are so good at all of that, that I would think it would be easy to
Mhm.
find someone that would love to take charge of that. Because updating the website's not a big deal.
It's
No, it's
primary,
not.
it could be primarily
It's
remote
just the
work.
time.
Because it is, because I've talked to Doug over at
That's a
Henderson.
whole other thing. We pay $500 a month to a company to changes to our website.
Um,
That's not even included in any of that.
And in the end, IoT will do it for almost free, don't they?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh,
I think I have IoT in my file of information.
our website, for ours.
yes, IoT will do,
No, I was-
will host county websites and update them and it's very nominal fee. I mean, they're a great resource, which would be a good resource then, ability to bring an IT person in that's working one-on-one with the state IoT.
I definitely think something
Greg
needs to change
Lupson
there.
is the director, Lubsen. Lubsen.
Add that to the commissioner's calendar.
Is
And
the,
Rick knows about it. Rick
Yeah,
has,
say $500 a month now.
yeah, Rick has heard the pitch.
We have for one.
yeah, while we were sitting this, I literally got a message asking where something was, because they
And if
said
you-
our website's ancient.
If
It
your
is.
website is good, you have the ability now to post notices on your website.
Right.
Because of all these papers that are only one time, once a week. or
Once a week.
Once
Mhm.
every other week.
So, what do you want to do? Leave that IT in there and we reach out to IoT to see if they can do what they can do for all that?
So we can leave it in there, and then if they hire somebody, then we can do budget reductions on all of our budgets.
Oh,
Get it.
Move it.
Mhm.
Okay.
We need it.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll add that to my to-do list. Anything else in the commissioners? Are you talking about me over there?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
1221 West Central, there's no changes there. There was changes.
Yeah, there's a change.
That's the West Central,
Yeah.
the other one. That's the fee increase that they have every year. Are you gonna yell at me? Are we good?
Yes.
1221, yes.
Okay. 1,000. County General, 19, weights and measures. Andy vouched for him. Christina and I vouched for him, so we're good there.
Mhm.
Everything stayed the same.
Yes, ma'am.
No, there was, yeah, $200 increase.
I meant everything has stayed the same as submitted.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was going based on last year.
Cemetery from County General 016. No changes. I know, but I have to let Jackie check it off her list.
That's true.
1138 CCD, no changes. Finally on day 2.
Yay, so happy.
Okay. Greenhouse Community Schools, the non-binding. The fire department ones, non-binding.
No, they're binding.
They're binding.
Both of those are binding.
Mhm.
Leave them as submitted.
Yep.
Well, for
Yeah.
now, yeah, because they'll still do their public hearing.
Okay. Airport?
You've never really
No.
bothered those.
No,
No.
we have not. I'm just trying to keep everything across the board. If I'm gonna pick on one, I'll pick them all.
I think airport, we had a recommendation of additional information on, upcoming projects and things like that.
Correct. We still good with that? Okay. Thank you for sending out that info. Ms. Auditor. County General 7, coroner. We took the fuel 20203 down by 1,000 to 4,000. Right?
Yep.
Anything else?
I had a question mark on transports. Well, I think you were gonna look something up because we were doing the transporting, what the transport thing was for.
His, he,
30300.
yeah, and he explained that they had, that's what they contracted with Hendricks County, right? Autopsies and that.
Yes.
So, which decreased, I believe.
It increased the cost of the autopsy, but it's less mileage than the Terre Haute.
Yes. Yeah, because he's down to, I think I did look this one up. And he's down to,
The 30300.
he's down to $100, I think, $75 in claims, going out to like Gerald Taylor, Biddles and Hurt, for those transport fees. So
So the 5,000 is
actually,
normal, because it's showing half that last year. And then we got the vehicle.
So
That's
there-
what I was asking, like, just because I understand about the autopsy and toxicology, but the transport, that's why we got the,
So the transport fees, it looks like they did go up, so they're $100 per this year. But he hasn't had as many, I don't think that he's had to do, which
No.
helped on that side of things. So are you wanting to?
well, no, I was just, I just had a question mark by it,
Mhm.
because it doubled from 25 to 26. And then we got the vehicle and it just sustained, so I just didn't know. Because that's what, when he had talked about it, he said they are doing more of their transports and haven't had to rely. So just something to, I guess, put on our radar. We're gonna have to be making cuts.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, moving on. West Central Solid Waste. Moving on. County General, Clerk, 001. And wait till Jackie gets caught up.
Clerk,
Yep. We, took out the 8,000 for part-time to, correct?
Yep.
Okay. The office supplies, 20201, we took it down to 8,500, back to our 2026. Printing of forms, 20202, back to 5,000. I thought that as I was saying the second one. And then the 30362 contractual labor, back down to 2,000.
Yep.
Anything else? Okay. County general election. She needed to change the printing of forms from 5,000 to 10,000. 104. Sorry, Jackie.
she changed to 10,000.
And then, the 30303, repairs and maintenance, she added 2,000, changing it to 37,000. Anything else?
No.
Okay. 1119 stayed the same?
No, it didn't stay.
Say what?
Oh, 1119.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
County General 004 recorder, stayed the same. The 1160 stayed the same. The 1189 took the part-time of 28,000 to 8,000, is that correct? Okay. And left everything else alone, is that correct? Okay. Moving on. County General Veterans, 012. Left that alone? We're good? Okay. 1122, community corrections. Left that alone. Jamie really County General Custodial, 161. Took the 20206 operating supplies from 20,000 back down to 15,000. And the 30303, 60,000 back down to 50,000. And yeah,
The 202, down to 15. Yep. And then the 30303 down to 50.
that comes break. Okay, the 4942, left that alone. County General 361 to EMA. What,
We had the mileage reimbursement account that changed to 20203 to fuel. I didn't see anything reduced.
correct.
Did we leave 500 in there, or did we zero out the mileage reimbursement?
361.
We just we're switching that to a different account. And changing
I
it to the
wasn't sure
fuel.
if they were leaving 500 in there.
Well, I mean, you mean the amount?
Yeah,
There was 500
I
last
don't,
year.
yeah,
Oh, you're taking it back down?
So I didn't know
I
if
don't know
it
what
stayed at
kinda-
500 or we just did away with it.
I don't know what they reimburse,
So.
but it may be safe to put it in there in case there's trainings or conference or something.
And she said that she was going to more trainings and more conferences, and more events also on that.
If
part of
EMA
it.
hits the checklist, that they send down for the checklist forward that they've done and completed, and they complete so much, then they get a percentage
Reimbursed.
reimbursed, and I think of just their salary, just their salary. It's not the office expenses, I think it's just their salary.
Okay. I know we had discussion on like the 20201. Any more thoughts on that one?
Seems like there could be a significant cut.
Okay.
I mean, we're looking at one email, not
Correct.
10 or whatever.
Correct. The email, that's a security issue, so that one's kind of a moot point, so that we'll have to figure out a different avenue or something to do with those. So the email part of it, that one's going to be gone for the
We
moment.
need 10 laptops, right? If we got.
Well, they already have the 10 laptops.
Mhm.
But that was one of her things, is she's going to be upgrading them.
Rotating
So if, when they do have their training, they do have them out that they're
Okay.
sitting at using them. But I don't know that, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the use and the need for the Chat GPT for documents and grant narratives, and the AI for the meeting notes.
If you use GPT, if you start using it, it saves you tons and tons of time on lots of different issues. I mean, you can take a picture of something and have Chat GPT put it into an Excel format, or the search that she did. I have to say, and I'm an old schooler, it's a great tool if you use it correctly. And you can only do so much on the free.
So if we took on the GTP and the Otter, that's $840 a year. So that's still
I don't know what the
significantly
other one is.
Mhm.
less than
It's-
Another thing on there,
5,900.
It transcribes your notes and meetings.
And it's like we-
And then Adobe.
It's $324 a year.
2638 a month. So I understand, I get the Adobe, she
Oh,
needs
yeah,
that license to
absolutely.
do her side of it,
You have
because
to-
he shared it before.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, but
have-
all that doesn't add up to $6,000.
No.
There's still 5,000 more to account for.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's your thoughts of moving it to
What were we at?
20201?
I mean, I think I'd at least cut it in half.
I was gonna say at least half.
So just at a round number,
Three.
3,000?
What's the Starlink cost? I don't know.
We didn't
really
ask
don't know.
Starlink.
Okay.
2 seconds.
I did not ask that
I
one.
mean,
so.
is
Is
that
there a
needed?
bill?
Is
Like-
it needed though for her?
Let's see.
What are we doing on that one? We're taking it down to 3?
We're
We're
gonna,
talking about
You're
it.
discussing, okay.
yeah, because we're gonna see what like Starlink costs.
I think the Starlink is for when they have to use that mobile command trailer
It
that they can,
is.
yeah,
That's month by month,
yeah,
because you already got the equipment.
Yep.
You just use it as you need it.
yes.
I think you have to have a contract, but you only pay like when you use it or
So
whatever.
out of the 20201 for, office supplies, out of the 20201 for this year, there's $161 that has been spent. One is to Amazon for $50, and one is to Harris Stone Services for office supplies for $111. As for last year,
There's Stone Services for office supplies.
Here's stone for office supplies.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'll go back to that
Right,
one.
tablets.
For 2025, $259 was spent out. CPI Business Solutions. Ellen, do you recall what that is?
CPI, I think that's like envelopes.
So,
That might be,
that's a lot for envelopes.
then it might be a copier thing.
$86, $79, $93.
Well, she purchased a copy.
The invoice should be attached.
I'm working on that.
I forgot.
Hers is slower.
I forgot, sorry.
I'm slow, it's slow, we're slow together.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy.
I think it says Xerox on it.
Hmm?
Does it say Xerox?
It's in Lafayette.
EMA, CPI Business Solutions, copiers, contract invoice.
There's no one around.
70.
I think she purchased a copier outright, so she's gonna have a month.
No, probably not.
But it shouldn't be that many.
In all honesty, no, they're probably not. Because we never really had anything for years. They were all out of town. Mark Smith did it with whatever that company was back when I was around. So the Harris Stone for this year was for, that says Amazon. Did I click on the wrong one? Come on, Amanda, keep me in line here.
The price was a lot different too.
That says Harris Stone Services.
Made up from the wrong person.
It has an Amazon account attached to it. Are you looking at it?
Yep.
Yeah, they're both Amazon.
Did you
so-
see the one cost of the one Amazon?
Yeah.
Which is different than that.
In the bill?
I'm pretty sure that, didn't that say 1,300?
No, $111. Whoa.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, it's a $1,300 bill.
Who is this made out to? Why stop bringing things up? This dumb computer.
This is why I don't have the power.
DJ and I are gonna have to go round and round with this.
As well,
For Evelyn,
Yeah.
what drawstring trash bags, workwear rain jacket. I remember her saying something about some of that. Waterproof notebook. Waterproof notebook.
they're actually really cool.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to shop on Amazon. But that says
That's
$1,200.
$1,200.
We're confused on this one. And it says made out to Putnam
It
County
was,
EMA. Multiple pieces of it,
Shared, the cost was shared with somebody, I don't remember.
so only a portion of this bill was for EMA. Okay. So, thoughts? More discussion?
It was still on office supplies.
Yeah. All that for office supplies.
We're going from 5,900 to 3,000?
I'd have to say 1,500.
I was gonna say 15.2. 2,000?
2,000?
Would there be,
Back
and,
down to 2,000?
well, I was just thinking like with it giving her the benefit of the doubt,
$300 and 45.
but it was also part-time. So I'm trying to give
True.
benefit of the doubt.
Right, yeah, so that was part-time, and she was only there for a portion of the year, she wasn't there for the full year. So, we are doing all year now.
So
trying
just,
to-
I'm thinking benefit of the doubt, $2,000.
We'll go with the 2 and then,
If she needs more, she can come back.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see how that works.
Okay.
Anything else?
So I had a note, they're replacing the laptops on the miscellaneous services and charges.
Correct.
Can you clarify, 20201 is going down to what?
2,000. So the 30306, 30360.
Yeah. Spent 14,000 last year.
So that one goes to the BAM, which is the weather, CPI solutions, the highway department. Maybe that was for fuel, possibly. Yeah, there's multiples in here for the highway department, so I'm going to assume that those might be fuel bills that the highway department has invoiced them. Tailor-made products, KDM, which is your IT, Putnam County Chamber of Commerce. I believe she's a member of the Chamber of Commerce, which I'm not for sure the purpose of that and why that would be needed. First National Bank, that went through an emergency claim.
Oh, those decent.
So, as far as the computers,
Yeah.
I mean, I would,
Well,
I think it's just,
doubling up on fuel, if it looks like she paid fuel bills out there, or not her, but somebody did.
well,
How many laptops does she say she's going to be replacing each year?
she has 10 stations, replace a couple every year, and do them in a cycle, so they're not all
I
needing
was
to be
gonna say,
replaced.
how much are
Supplement's
those?
going to be $6,500.
No.
I mean, I think.
I think
we got
they're-
yours,
Wasn't she also
we got
doing some
10 of them
upgrades, though,
for,
to all of them?
It was
Yeah, she said the laptops need
13,000.
upgraded, and then she
And
said.
then she was gonna buy a couple every year.
I'm pretty sure the EOC ones though, they do cost a lot more because they're like the.
They're not this.
They're not,
heavy
they're like,
special.
They are.
yeah, they're very heavy duty, they're
They're
durable.
like the police ones.
Yeah, they can be broke and then they have,
That'll make a difference.
Yeah, they
yeah,
are.
I think they have
more-
like independent internet capabilities
I think
and
so.
stuff like that.
They're not basic.
Oh,
No, they're not.
They're ginormous old ones.
Yes, that they are.
So
if you
I'm
wanna
thinking
cut
that-
and have her give us a quote when she gets a quote on the computers, and then say, okay, this is what my quote is, I'm gonna need this additional money to be able to cover that. Would you
Yeah.
like it to go that way, since this is a new department?
I think with the, it would be nice to have some kind of plan of what the realistic transition, like, yeah, they do need new laptops,
Sure.
but seeing like how much they cost, what that's gonna look at like, and her breakdown for, because if it's, she's doing it every year, it's gonna be her, added to her budget every single year.
So the goal, so what's the consensus?
I don't know, I was just asking if there's fuel in there that we have accounted for elsewhere, that we didn't need to double up on.
The county highway.
Yeah, the fuel is in her 20203, but
Yes.
she had it in her 30481.
Well, she's got highway department in her 30360 also.
I wondered if that was for debris cleaning too.
No.
We created it, because she put it in 30481 as mileage reimbursement, it's really fuel. So we switched the account.
Are you able to see what the payment for the highway department is?
So this highway department one is for fuel.
Oh, it does say.
It says fuel.
Uh,
Um, This one, it just says EMA, so let me see what that one is.
You said both of those are for fuel, so she was just paying it out of.
It's a
that
highway
account.
department. For, yeah, it's for fuel also. So yeah, she's paying fuel
Those two lines.
out of that also, Christina.
Sorry?
She's paying fuel out of her miscellaneous service and charges also.
She's
So
not picking one.
no. So we need to have some consistency. She needs to be informed of that also.
Well, unless she did think she moved it, and then that's just that much more she was gonna spend on other stuff.
Yeah, because your fuel, I mean, she went from 500 to 4,500, so
4,500.
she's increased it by $4,000.
So, in which that could incorporate the stuff that's paid in this other account, so those are inflated.
Yes.
So, all right, what are we cutting?
I'd say put it back to last year's number, 10,000.
10,000.
And then figure it out from there.
Miscellaneous services, back to 10,000. Okay. Anything else?
So just to clarify, 20201 is 2,000.
Yes.
30360 is 10,000.
Yes.
That's the only cuts.
Correct.
Well, you fixed the mileage reimbursement for fuel already, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are we good? Well, 22-911.
I don't even know what to do with it.
We're skipping that one.
Yeah.
Because
And
she's gonna
they're
come back.
Get with me and, just get to look at it.
Yep. County General, 9, prosecutor, it is good as is.
Start yelling numbers.
2503, pretrial diversion, good as is.
Excuse me, number again.
2503.
She's like, oh, she yelled at me every year.
Enjoy it.
It's easier to flip a piece of paper than to click.
It is, definitely.
Got it.
1,000, Title 4660.
They're on two different tabs too. County General's on a tab of its own.
We're going by how it was
I know,
organized for
that- you're
us.
fine,
Like
you're
Christina.
I know where Title 40 is. I remember that.
It would be nice if it was one fund.
It
to
would.
go through it, but then we've got.
Of course not.
There are multiple funds.
Mhm.
And Title 40 is left alone, correct?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. 8893, or 8897, sorry. The incentive left alone for Title 40. We're almost there, people. Back to County General, get Jackie, I can't even talk. 201, Superior. We took the uniform allowance and put it back to 2,000.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Good to go? Next. 8119, the Title 40 Incentive Public Defender, stayed the same. Next. Back to County General. 232. The uniform allowance, took it back to 1,000. That was it, correct?
Were we going to, he discussed the guardian, the GAL, guardian ad litem,
Mhm.
with the 25,000 increase.
Mm-hmm.
Were we good with that?
I don't think we have a choice.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Is
to
that for that COSA program?
Yes, the cost.
CASA.
CASA.
Yeah, GAL is just what other counties refer to it as. I will say, some counties have taken over the CASA and they are county employees.
Oh, well, don't tell that to anybody. We don't need no more employees right now.
I wish the state would take over the cost.
So that's what, I think there was discussion where they were talking about some of that,
Yeah, they
just
did.
making it more of a standardized entity.
But I don't want to have to pay for it. I want them to take it over. I don't want them to do like probation.
Exactly.
529, Public Defender Circuit Court, stayed the same.
What?
Wow.
Tell me the phone number again.
529.
Okay, 529.
County General still.
She's like, what?
I know. Get yelled at.
This phone number.
County General,
Fine.
35, Family Court Project, stayed the same.
Okay, the hearing goes first, right? Plus my ears are ringing.
2,200 alternative dispute resolution, stayed the same. Facilitation. 2050 juvenile probation, stayed the same.
4,200.
By the fund?
Fund,
Choose
20. 2200 fund.
What was before juvenile probation? Okay, never mind, I got it. I'm there, I'm with you.
Where are we at?
You're on juvenile probation, 2050.
Stayed the same.
No.
What?
I have a
written
markdown.
Maybe don't need it on the.
Per diem and
diem.
conferences.
I have a question with it, but that's,
Yeah. I had it marked down because they said they tried to attend free conferences and they don't spend all that money.
correct. So you want to cut it back to 8,000?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Two, yeah.
Plus they have a grant that they can use too.
Mm-hmm.
So 10,000 down to 8,000. Because it was in case we need it. They can come back, ask for an additional if she needs it. I know, nobody likes to come back and see it. County General, 202 adult probation. Any changes here?
I had a note of an increase for IT support. Was up.
Yeah, on the maintenance.
Oh, that's, yeah, maintenance went up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, stays as is, I believe. Fund 2,000, adult probation administrative. Now this one, the part-time employee salary, that's because we increased the hourly rate last year.
She
Ashley
said
did not
Ashley.
get
So
paid
I
out.
made a note to say, because I think they put it in the wrong account. I think it should be in 10113, which that's where Ashley gets paid from.
Okay, so that one is to be researched?
Yes.
Okay,
I got a star and a note on that one. And when she said Ashley, it's like, that she doesn't get paid out of her.
right. Okay. Anything else? Okay, moving on. Fund 4901, SATP. Any changes? As is, Jackie? Back to County General. Location 2, County Auditor. Cut everything in half.
I already got that one done.
We took out the 1,000 for the stipend.
I took out 1,000 for the stipend.
Yeah. Okay. Any other changes? We're good? County General, 61, County Council, no changes? Is that correct?
Yep.
I'll change that big line item once you guys figure it
Right.
out.
I mean, if you
I'll
just
take
want
that out.
to divide that between us.
It'll buff out.
I don't think anybody's gonna refuse it.
Andy's not here, we can go 6 ways.
Usually
If it makes you feel better, you probably could have said that and he still wouldn't have heard you.
Okay, next. What are you looking at me for?
you said next.
What do you want to do with the personnel, salaries, that stuff?
I didn't know where we were going with it. Everyone's just looking around.
What? Positions, I know Christina had one of our notes here. Positions, maintenance position, we took care of that one. Annex, cleaning position, cleaning services will be needed to review quick funding, yes. I know I talked to Rick about some of that also. We talked about the IT and the admin. Okay, we've taken care of that one. That was good. Raise requests. Do you want to have them play with the numbers? See, do the recommendation with a 3% raise at this time, but I know you guys need to crunch numbers and figure out where everything else is also.
She has it in, she has enough in here, so where we are, is, you've got rid of that 140,000 you were over levy. Because we, today, took an additional, 264,000 out.
Okay.
So, you're there.
Okay.
With the amount that she's proposed on line items for raises. So you're good.
Okay.
You're even good. You're 12.5, that's new money. That's all new money.
So are you telling us that we're done at the moment?
Well, yes, you
I'm
that's what you
trying.
need to, but you need to decide salary-wise, do you want to adopt what the salary committee recommended? Do you, which does not include the late people of the departments that still need to get us all the information, and we'll have to come to you at a later date, which is, that's that second memo that I gave you guys.
Give us a lot of numbers.
The main thing that we did was a 3% raise across the board. There was some positions that we did more than a 3%, which was notated on here, and then there was some that were less.
So everybody's thoughts? And I know the probation, they've asked for,
Yes, the 3,000 across the board, and the salary committee recommended 3%.
okay,
In the past, the council hasn't given anything because it's a mandated salary, but like Renee said, they've been 3 years without getting an increase.
gotcha.
And what they did last time is they went years without an increase, and then all of a sudden they got, I think, a 12%
A huge increase.
So if we give them a 3%, then when they do give them a big mandated amount, they're not gonna have to come up with as much money.
Right. Okay.
It's where we were coming up with our basis and our.
So, what's everybody's thoughts on anybody?
I'm on the committee,
I'm
so.
reading through it all.
Okay.
I gave my thoughts.
The one that we asked for more than a 3% was the animal control officer. That was brought up, I think it was Danny or Tom, and they brought it up with the sheriff when they were in front of you, that position does a lot.
And he's always on call.
And he's on call, and So it was we recommended a 5% instead of a 3% for that.
Is that one out of the sheriff's budget?
Yes.
Okay.
It currently makes $45,672, and that would make it go to $48,42. They said that's the position that goes out and actually takes care of all the animals.
And law enforcement can call out and ever, like, always, he's always available.
And that was one of them in the wage structure that wasn't really addressed, because it's kind of, it's an odd duck.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't fall in anything.
Really compared to.
I guess my only concern would be possibly the ones that aren't going to 3%. They have listed the inconsistency between 0 and 1%.
Thoughts down this end?
Like I said, I'm on the committee.
Well, I mean, you can still share, you know, so many thoughts of what,
As to why the committee came up
how
with
you got to this recommendation.
So there was a lot of discussion on, trying to pull up which ones are marked as 0.
Well, that's the no's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the 0.
There was only two.
I think there was only 2.
Gotcha. There's that one. And then this one, that one,
And then that one got.
the 1%.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Thoughts
Oh,
on
yeah.
that end?
I know, some of it was due to, I was looking at all of them that works. I knew there was different varying rates, but, one of them was about, honestly, across the board, it was about workload. As in, are they doing the work, or is it outsourced to other agencies, that are completing work for them, and just amount of workload compared to spreading it within the office. And it was just it's hard when it comes to not having job recs for elected officials or anything like that, because we talked about it. But it was just basically workload compared to similar positions, and they didn't seem higher paid.
Gary, Wayne, thoughts?
I agree with what it said. I mean, the ones, I mean, if they're not showing up to work, or if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then I don't see why you give them the full 3%.
And like Jay pointed out this morning, what we have done when we did this wage salary thing, that we had to remember to separate the position versus the person.
Yes.
And I understand, and I agree with that also, so.
And I think it's hard though, because it comes down to the person in the position. Because we are going to be paying somebody and continuing to give them pay raises, however they are not completing the work, and then we are dumping work on everybody else and overwhelming them. Because I think it's one of those things, like, it can be evaluated every single year to see if the situation changes, but when you're putting a lot of stress inside a department because the workload is not even remotely close to equal, it can be very challenging.
We kind of have two different things, right? I think some of it, I thought you made the point that they have less responsibility because more has been outsourced.
Yes,
So
on
then
one
it
of the
doesn't necessarily
positions.
justify the same level of pay because they're doing less.
What?
Like
So,
with stuff being outsourced,
yes.
so their responsibilities have diminished.
Yes, that's why they did not get the same pay raise.
Right, but I'm saying like there's two different things. One is performance, one is responsibility.
Yes, that's correct.
Yep.
And I still think they're both an issue.
Sure, but like, one of them is you're not getting a raise because you're not doing a good job. The other one is you're not doing the same job we're doing. Because it has less responsibilities, so you don't earn the same pay.
Not by your choice is what you're saying.
No, it was.
No, it is
It
by
was by
choice.
choice.
Their work's being outsourced?
They've outsourced it.
Just for, I believe, consistency
So
purposes.
somebody else is getting paid to do that work.
Correct. They've contracted with a company to do that, work at that office.
Which office is that? The assessor?
Which is-
He's removed 3 positions.
Which is not, it's common. I mean, Hendricks County, they use the same company to do their stuff over there also, so it's not anything unique
It's
here.
in 92 counties.
Yeah, it's not anything unique,
And
it's across the board.
Most of them are outsourcing, which is why the state's talking about getting rid of that office.
Correct.
And the remaining part's gonna get
But
done at the auditor's office.
Yeah, they're talking about getting rid of the elected official.
Correct.
It's not necessarily the office, the elected official office. But if they do, that's 4 years down the road, because they're all up for election. this year.
Yeah, they're up.
All 92 are elected in the same year.
So how many, are left in that office now? Just two,
Two.
3?
3.
3?
Is there 3? I thought there was 2.
If, the elected official, the first deputy, and 2 deputies.
Yeah.
So you want to do them one at a time and yay, nay, or leave it and do it across the board? I'm asking.
I just want there should be consistency if you're not gonna do the across the board amount. You know, if it's 0, 1, 2, or 3, whatever percent. Does it need to be 0 or 3 or 1 or 3? You know. Does that make any sense? Is that confusing?
Well, I mean, outside of this, our pay raise was based on appraisal. You got 1% for a certain appraisal, 2% for a certain appraisal, 3% for a certain appraisal. So if you weren't satisfactory, then you got 1%. If you were exceeds, then you got 3%. Because that's how the state always did it. So it could be taking a standard like that, and that is purely based off performance.
And I know, like Hendricks County, they are doing a 3% across the board, and then a percentage based on performance reviews that they do with their employees
It's
over
an
there.
additional increase.
That is not elected officials. And again, I don't have a skin in the game, but I just wanted to bring up the fact, I think the statute says that the office has to be open and operating. That's all it says.
And that is it.
And so you did a study and it came in with elected officials as a
The study.
recommendation.
It did
No,
not,
it did not.
In recommendations.
I thought they did.
not for the
They
elected
have
officials.
their job descriptions, so all they did was look at, say, 10 counties, and
Right.
did an average, that was it.
But they still came back with something
Yep.
that was used, correct? And
Kind of.
so, I mean, I get what you're talking about. I don't disagree, but it's the voters that
Voted them
are
in.
their boss. And I think Jay's got it right. If you get off of the percentage across the board because you've already established a higher or lower by job duties in the beginning when we did the study, then you're now looking at people instead of positions, and they're not your people. They're the taxpayers' people. I'm just being the devil's advocate here.
It's frustrating.
It
Yeah,
is-
because
it is
it's
very-
the
it is very
people
frustrating.
that
And
don't realize.
It happens across the state. To what extent, I can tell you, most counties I go into, the elected officials are there every day, just like their staff. However, when you get into some counties, the elected officials they may come into work and they're in the building, but they don't do a thing. I mean, there are a lot that are just figureheads. So that is, and a lot of those are paid a lot more than a county this size. So it's not an equitable thing, but I get the frustration, because it is frustrating when you need something from an elected official and they're not there.
It's also frustrating as an elected official who is here and doing things,
Right.
and you see one that's not here and getting the same pay raises.
Yeah.
It makes for low morale, and then when things keep
Mhm.
getting more and more dumped on your office, the pay is skewed. It's
Mhm.
still skewed.
So do we or do we not take attendance?
Not for elected.
They don't have to
They have-
punch in and punch out.
One day a year, I believe.
No.
Do they take that out
The
of the
only one
two?
that has to be here, the commissioners have to be here 1 day a year to organize. You have to be here 1 day a year to organize, and 2 days a year for your budgets. The assessor has to be in 1 day a year, and the assessor must own real estate in the county that they're the assessor.
Correct.
And the other ones, our offices just have to function.
The office just has to be open and functioning,
Correct.
open and operating.
So is there any kind of a performance review at the end of the year?
Not for elected officials.
So
The
there's
commissioners-
no way to put that 3% as a bonus at the end of the year and tie it to some kind of a
Can't do a
job?
bonus, because you can't change elected officials can't get a bonus, because you can't
Well-
change.
Well, but if you said that up front, you're gonna get 3% extra at the end of the year if,
You can't do that
Can't
for
do that.
elected officials.
You have to set it in our
You have to,
salary
yeah.
ordinance, otherwise you can't give it to us, and you have to wait till the following year.
Yep. Once it's set, it's set.
That's kind of like what I was talking about, like the performance-based pay. That's you know what you're working for is 1, 2, or 3, but it's set based on an evaluation, but elected officials don't have anything like that.
Well, you could go the other way, you do 3%, and the people that are here, instead you give us more than 2%. You can give us more than 3%.
Yes. Do the COLA, do the cost of living across the board, and then you could increase the others that have the heavier workloads
Well,
and.
and I'm not saying you have to give a raise
Right.
for a non-functioning office, but I'm just saying,
No, I see your point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I see Jay's point.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I think having the conversation was needed.
I totally agree with that.
Yep.
Because that's what, a lot of it is like, we sit down with multiple people on this committee, and it's kind of bringing people together to have the conversation, because nobody's really had these conversations before, and a lot of these things have went under the radar. Like even the take-home vehicles and things like that, a lot of that has flown under the radar because nobody was just having those conversations. So I think bringing it to light is something that needs to occur.
Yep. There's a lot of that needs to occur with different things. So hopefully the new
Are
changes.
there any taxpayers on the employee committee?
Is that a council?
I mean, technically all of us.
Commissioner?
What's that?
What'd you say?
I said technically all of us.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
you should have a top limit.
Non-elected
Yeah.
people.
The
Yeah.
vehicles,
That's the
the
sad
vehicles
thing
is the commissioners.
office.
They're the ones that set that
Nobody
policy
knows.
to enforce it. Funding wise, we fund those vehicles, so that's why I brought our side into it of, we're paying for these vehicles, how are they being utilized? So that's a joint effort there to make that, get that fixed. And I talked to the commissioners before, was asking them questions about that before I started doing my research.
Can I ask a question? Did the council expect to make, if affordable, expect to make the recommendation of the employee committee? Did they make a recommendation on raises?
Yeah.
I just wondered if that was your anticipated, the council.
No, the council.
You mean the council here? We did not make a recommendation as a whole.
No, I know you did.
Yeah, the
Not
committee
yet.
did,
That's
and
what you're
we
doing
just
now.
presented it for them to
I just
review.
wondered if beforehand, if you had anticipated that what the employee committee came in with, that was what you were likely going to go with, provided it was fundable.
Ah.
Mhm.
So, with all of this discussion, which needed to happen.
Mhm, exactly.
What are we,
For the employee committee too.
yes.
Mhm.
So what are we looking at? To give Christina numbers so that she can, well, it's already in there, but to
Yeah.
adjust however needs to be adjusted.
Say do the 3% across the board and see if the commissioners want to deal with the people that aren't performing.
Well, the commissioners don't have
They
any say
can't
so.
do anything.
There's nothing to do
They
there.
can't do anything.
No,
Yeah.
there's no say so.
Unless
No
it's
conversation?
You can have the conversation, but,
I mean, if it goes nowhere, it goes nowhere, but at least the conversation should be had.
yep.
Mhm, absolutely.
I mean, you may not have any traction, but like I said, at least you
Yeah,
should,
At least you're attempting,
yes.
so.
Well, I think it's fair to have the conversation, this was the discussion, and, you know, the council is looking at that employee recommendation, the employee committee recommendation, and the recommendation may not be as favorable next year.
Mhm.
I mean, and give fair warning.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
That's my whole point.
Yes.
It's kind of like, they need to know the consequences before you smack them with the consequences.
I mean, you know, they're all listening to this video and seeing what's going on, or they're going to finish it tomorrow. So, you know, it's frustrating for the department heads that are not doing their due diligence and doing their job like they should be doing, like everybody else is. It's sad, actually. It's sad for the taxpayer. 3% across the board, is that what I gathered?
Now, some of these though are more than the 3%.
Yes.
Animal control. So do you want to go?
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking about 3%, are you talking about 3% across the board on the elected officials? And
I-
then the recommendation that was also given to you, or just 3% to everybody?
I was taking it as the 3% across the board with the elected officials, with all the discussion that was going on that part. And then the 3% for across the board with everybody else outside of the recommendations here. Does that
Because
make
you have
sense?
this memo that has all the tiers,
Yeah.
Yes,
and how much,
yes.
and most of that is 3%. And then you had the recommendations that deviated from the 3%.
Which was on this one, right? So number one, on the deviation from it, do we leave that one, remove that one for that department? Leave it, do the recommendation, or no, do the recommendation? I'll just say it that way.
Where you at?
I'm on,
Remove, right.
Okay.
yeah,
Which one are you on,
The deviation.
the deviation one.
So like on the number one, do you want to do the review on the up to? Because I mean, that was something that the commissioners also talked to us about.
Yeah. The commissioners want that also?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
One said that they don't want it, the other one's on our committee and said remove it, and the third one said go with whatever the salary committee recommended.
Recommended.
Because they're not going off of the tier that the highway engineer had put together years ago.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
all right. Remove it?
Like sure.
Okay, we'll take that recommendation,
And then the probation officers, we were recommending at 3%.
3%, correct.
The EMS, it had been talked about, making the part-time the same hourly rate as the full-time people.
Mhm.
So we did that last year.
Mm-mm.
No?
They're still not paid the same.
Yeah, some of them were, but then on the salary orders, they weren't, so we had to make it all equal. And
Just
that
for
way they said
consistency.
that.
Okay, I'm fine with that, everybody else?
EMS part-time.
Do I?
Yeah.
Did the same work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same expectations.
And then the animal control officer, we had put in a 5% raise for him.
I'm good with that.
And then the elected officials, just 3%.
Yes.
Now, we deviated from that for the council. We asked for more than that for the council.
Wasn't it council
It was
and
half-
commissioners?
Half of what the commissioners.
Yes.
Had been discussed for 26, but
Correct.
then kind of got dropped. So it got discussed again in our committee, and to go back to putting it up to half of what the commission.
Suggestions, thoughts? What do you guys want? Oh, okay. Gary, Wayne?
Can you
Jay?
guys speak to why the recommendation of half the commissioners?
So the reason why was kind of looking back at the progression of the job duties and the responsibilities. Commissioners, there is an expectation that they do attend more meetings and stuff at us, but just the responsibilities that were put on the council of the different boards and attending the meetings and all the extra things. And then as well as all the changes that are coming with budgeting and everything in the near future. Everybody was just kind of in agreement with the commissioners. They had considered it double the work on that side of things, so it was an equal split half. So as they increase, it would just be half of them. It's just the pay had not increased much in a long time, but the expectations and responsibilities put on the council and commissioners were increasing a lot. I don't know, you want to add anything to that? That's basically.
That was the justification and
Thoughts? No?
I don't have thoughts, I guess I take the recommendation of committee.
Okay. This time?
Same way.
Take the recommendation of the
Yep.
committee? Okay.
You're going to want to control lid law.
That's, yeah.
I know. Now what?
The main one that has the structure on there, are you good with that one? Which that's showing you what the 3% is going to be, removing the up-tos, deviating from the mandated information officer. So as long as you agree with that, then it's one that I can go in and put it all into budget projection. And then I'll have actual numbers, what we're looking at.
Amanda, did you say that there's a few that the committee still needs to look at but hasn't yet?
Well, the committee had recommendations of a couple additional positions exceeding the 3%. However, we never really came to a final decision on that. We were going to
We want
take
job descriptions.
We wanted job descriptions, and there was a couple that were questionable on, there was also discussion too about indiscrepancies. That's why we had requested job descriptions, because some of them had received a pretty significant pay raise due to increased responsibilities that were supposed to be part of their job description. However, we had learned that they actually were not part of their job description, that somebody else had taken them. So they got the pay raise, but they did not have the increased responsibilities that were listed on their job recs. So they're supposed to be updating job recs and providing them to us. So that was a recommendation, was to provide, and then we would reevaluate based on their workload and what tier and category they would fall into.
So this is just addressing what we have now, and
Mhm.
even the people that are looking for us to deviate from the wage structure, they would get a 3%.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
Anything
after
additional
after
or-
reviewing it and speaking with them, then we would come to the council and say,
This is
we
what we.
recommend still 3% or recommend more.
Mhm.
But there's the opportunity to get those addressed before it
Yes.
goes into effect
Well,
next
they
year.
were, some of them, they didn't give them to us until like a week or 2 ago, and they've actually even given it to us. We didn't want to rush, because we need time to research and to
Right.
compare this to get into other counties, to see if this is something that should be changed on a wage structure, or is this just something that they just want more money, which I mean,
everybody, yeah.
It has to make sense.
Okay, so are we good with the recommendation that was put forth on that part? Okay,
I believe so.
all right. Now what?
Now it's up to Christina.
Yeah.
When she gets it done, then.
Good luck.
All right.
Do more than 3%.
Do I, anybody have anything else? Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
I have a motion by Amanda, do I have a second?
Second.
Wayne second, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you all very much for all your work yesterday and today in the committee.
I'm gonna throw out a pitch here.
Christina Marie.